fall home tour time. So welcome to our home and welcome to my 2025 fall home tour. I really hope you enjoy this video. You get lots of motivation and inspiration. I absolutely love decorating our home for fall. It's my favorite time of the year. So I'm gonna quit chatting it up and we're just gonna get straight into the video. But before I let you go, there will be two parts. The first part is me walking through, talking to y'all, showing y'all everything. And then the second part will be the house all aglow at night and what it looks like at night. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and I will see you in the next one. Now on to the tour. All right, y'all, here is the porch, all decorated for fall. So let me just walk you through. Got the corn stalks, I love them. And I did cut them down, and so this is the bottom parts of them. And I didn't want them to go to waste, so I just stuck them in that planter and set it there, and I like the way that fills it in, and it just looks like fall. We have pumpkins, we have a basket of apples. Do y'all want an apple? We went apple picking. I wish. Those are not real, but don't they look real? They're like you just take a bite out of them, don't they? Have some lanterns that I had in my booth forever. They never sold, so I brought them home and then I just made them electric and they're perfect. I'm so glad I still have them. All my faux pumpkins, my wagon, my crock, old milk can, some mums, my watering can. I just love it. Looks so good. Now I am looking for a rocking chair. I would love a rocking chair in the place of this chair, but I don't have one yet, and I do like to sit out here, so that's why the chair is here. And maybe I can find a rocking chair that I love and we can change it out, but for now it'll do. This is a living room all dressed up for fall. And y'all, I would move Buster and make that look all nice and cozy, but I think he makes it look so cozy. So we'll just start over here. That is a throw that I thrifted. And then this is a pillow cover that I purchased from Amazon. It's a pheasant. And there's sweet Buster just taking advantage of the cozy chair. And this is a really nice spot. And then my curtains that I got off of Amazon last year, I'm loving them. And that is a wreath I thrifted, and I just stuck it on that thrifted mirror. And I love having a wreath on that. And I think that is going to be something I do for all the seasons because I really liked that. And then this I didn't really change. I just added in a few bits and pieces for fall. I added some like little candle rings with the acorns above on those two candle sconces. Added some tricolored eucalyptus. And then I have this little flower frog there because I do have a Thanksgiving vintage postcard that I want to stick in it when it gets closer to Thanksgiving. But we're not there yet, so I haven't put it there. And then here is a lamp James and I made. Some family photos, my sweet daddy, a vintage radio, and then these were his glasses. So I just put them on his picture, and when I'm sitting there I can look over there at him and talk to him. Then we have Buster's cozy little condo. I try to keep him a seasonal throw, I guess you could say. So I have leopard print right now. And this cute little chair with a basket full of blankets because cover up, I ain't turning the air down up for you. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't doing it. And then this is actually a little Christmas pillow, but the color's perfect, and then I can flip it around for Christmas. So I just set it right there like that. Don't tell anybody, it's our little secret. The rug I got last year, I thrifted it, the black one. This one I got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago to layer it, and I love this look, so I just change out the top rug for the seasons. I know it might be too much for some people. My mama tells me I'm not doing all that. Well, I love it, so I say do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody. It's just decor, y'all. Redid my arrangement. Love this arrangement. A lot of it is thrifted, but there's quite a bit of Hobby Lobby in there too. So, love that. And all of this on this tray is thrifted, with the exception of the candles and the pumpkin. Everything else is thrifted. And then I have another picture of my sweet daddy over here, giving me the thumbs up. So he's like, y'all give her a thumbs up if you like this video. Shameless plug. So for my couch, I kept it pretty simple. Those orange pillow covers are from Amazon last year, and I got them to kind of tie in with the chicken pillows that I thrifted, and they tie in with the rug, so it all just kind of ties in together. And then I have a thrifted throw on the end. This is just a little cozy area, so that is what the couch looks like. And then we have the beautiful fireplace. Hold on, I need a lot of fire. That was tough. I didn't know if I was gonna get that fire lit or not. Sight, just kidding. So I don't know if I showed y'all this little table behind me. This is just more thrifted goodies, a picture of my daddy in fall. And then I have this beautiful pheasant print that I thrifted, and I love it, so I just put it up here. And then here I have, well, the dog's toys. All the dogs that come over know that's the toy basket, and they will pull them all out. This is always here. As far as my bookcases, I have played around with them, and I think I'm happy with them. To be determined. But I try to just leave my everyday decor and incorporate seasonal pieces, so I don't have so much undecorating and redecorating to do. So just added in a little bit of fall foliage. Added a turkey Johnson Brothers plate that I got from a barn sale. I just added in some more fall foliage. That watercolor was sent to me by my sweet friend Lori. And then I have just like this little Johnson Brothers plate, some little books. And then up here I have some more thrifted dishes, turkeys, pumpkins, a picture. And then up top, I just added a little bit of fall foliage and a pumpkin. And that's all I've done to this bookcase. And I love it. Now what's showing on the TV is Christian music. It's a piano, and it shows random Bible verses, and they change them for the different seasons, and I love having that on my TV. I love having the Word of God flow through my home. And when I'm not filming, I have the music playing really softly, and it's just so nice. So for my mantle, this is a little different for me, y'all. I tried something a little different. I wanted to look a little more like traditional. So my little pheasant, I got it from an estate sale. My lamp, I thrifted. All those books are thrifted. This little thing, I think, was like one of those little sugar dishes at one time, and the handle came off, but it looks like a little pumpkin, doesn't it? So I just stuck some eucalyptus in there. And then I have this cute little pumpkin that I made into a candle last year. And once the candle burned out, I just still kept it. And then another little champagne urn with some more florals from Hobby Lobby. And then another flower frog. And the reason this is here is because, again, I have some turkey vintage postcards, or Thanksgiving, I guess you could say, that I'm gonna use that with. And then some pictures of my daddy, some candles, holders, my pheasant picture that I got from an estate sale, and then this little pumpkin is very sentimental to me. It's my very first piece I bought when I moved in this house, so I keep it out every year. I love it, and I fill it up with candy corn. There's nothing in it right now. And then some more vintage books, and that's what the mantle looks like. Now for this bookcase, doing the same thing, just kind of adding in pieces. Some eucalyptus. That oil painting already looks like fall. And then those little Bibles were my mom and daddy's little Bibles when they were little. And some old vintage glasses, a little pumpkin. And then on this shelf, all this was thrifted. That platter, the pheasant, the candle holder, the ironstone bowl, the box, the little globe, all that's thrifted. Thrifted or antique stores. And then this shelf, I just have a little glass box full of little books and a picture and some of my old Bibles, and then that pheasant plaque behind it. And then this shelf has more treasures. Look at them cute little baby shoes. And then that is a box full of all kinds of treasures, more old Bibles. And then the top shelf, my turkey, my transferware platter, old clock, and that's how I've decorated this shelf. Love it. So my bar is probably my favorite I've ever done. I love it. I have this copper pitcher with these berries from Hobby Lobby, oil lamp, just all these vintage pieces that I've curated, and I just absolutely love it. To me, it is the best that's ever been on this bar. I just can't get enough of it. I just love it. I don't want to change anything about it. It just makes my heart happy. And most all of it is thrifted. Well, except for the berries. The pears are even thrifted. So, yeah. And then my bar stools came from Marketplace, and we painted them to match the table. So it all kind of flows. And this is what it looks like. I will be going through and showing y'all what it looks like at night. It's very cozy at night. I love it. But here's just some more of Buster. He's so cute and comfy. That is the most comfortable throw, and I thrifted it. And I want to say it's originally from Walmart. I didn't realize it when I bought it. That's not why I bought it, but it is so cozy and comfortable. I love it. And when you pile up in this recliner with the cozy throw, nothing better. For the kitchen dining area, I just kind of added bits and pieces into my hutch to just make it like fall. I love my hutch. I have so much fun decorating it. I added a bunch of sunflowers and berries, and y'all, most of this, 99.999% of this stuff is thrifted. And I understand it may be too much for some of y'all. I love it. I always have to add that into the videos because I always get comments about it's too much. But this is a beautiful floral arrangement I made, all out of thrifted stuff. Even the container's thrifted. Well, this is not thrifted. That's the only thing not thrifted in it. Everything else is, no, I lied. These berries, I added them into all of my arrangements from Hobby Lobby. And I've added these acorns. But the feathers, the flowers, everything was thrifted. This table was bought off of Marketplace, as were the end chairs. It didn't come with it. And then we stripped it down and painted it. That was the whole process. Never care to do that again. But let me turn some light on. So over here in this corner, I have James's grandmother's chair with a cozy throw and pillow cover that was thrifted. And then that is my great-grandmother's crock with some vintage rolling pins. Again, some more of those berries. Have a scale, some vintage cookbooks, an old crate, old cast iron door stopper. But this is how this area looks. All decorated for fall. My mama made my curtains. I thrifted the material and we had just enough to do these 2 valances. And I love them. And then that arrangement on the other side of my hutch, all thrifted, except for the berries. You know, I just lied. That is not all thrifted. The trunk is thrifted. The frames are thrifted. The chicken was given to me. Most of the florals and feathers were thrifted, but these were not, and these were not. Oh, and these mums in here were not. Those were all purchased from Hobby Lobby, but the rest of it all thrifted. And I love it. I love that cotton. I was so happy when I found it at the thrift store. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but when I made the arrangement, it needed something, and I remembered I had that cotton, and I was like, yes, that's what it needs, and it just sent it to the next level. So, love that. So for the kitchen, I have my fall apron. I try to get an apron that goes with the seasons. I have to have one, y'all. I'm a messy cook. But on this wall, I have a few bits and pieces. I didn't really change anything except added that little, this is a little vintage, oh, I forget what it's called. Some kind of ware. I bought that at a little antique store. I forget what it's called. Anyway, I loved it. I thought it would be perfect for fall. So that's the only thing I changed there, and I'll probably stay for good. Of course, I have some cute little towels. The one on the stove gets used all the time. The one on the dishwasher is kind of like the pretty towel. And then over here, I have my coffee doodads, and then I have some pumpkins. These were all thrifted. I love that picture. I stand here every morning and look at it and dream and ask God for that house. That would be a dream home. Anyway, we made this lamp, and then I have my vintage Folgers coffee can. I love it. A friend of ours just brought us some fresh eggs, so I put them here. This we did not make. This was thrifted. This is a mud pie paper towel holder, and I just took the rod out of the center. Anyway, I use it for our fresh eggs. And then that is a pumpkin from Hobby Lobby that I just added wax to. I didn't do anything here special, except I did kind of put my little chicken picture in that frame. I love that chicken print. I try to change that out like for the seasons, and to me that one looked a little more fall. Over here, I just have a bowl of fruit, faux fruit, but it looks real, doesn't it? These are some potatoes I didn't use the other night. This is a recent thrifted find. Love it. Some little copper molds, little a butter mold on a butter pat. And these are faux eggs, berries, and just have some of my old vintage dishes with some more fruit. This is a little painting that I painted several years ago. It's nothing fancy, but I love it, and I had so much fun making it, so I just kind of put that out. And then this is one of those thrifted placemats, but I use it as a big dolly. I love that. And then my thrifted crock. And then above my refrigerator, this is all I've done. Just some rolling pins, berries, corn, just a little bit of everything. And James made me this. I used to have it by my coffee pot when my coffee pot was over in this area, and it kind of went in front of the plug, but I love it, so I just stuck it up there. And I didn't add anything fallish above my cabinets. They're just the way they've always been, and I like them. Lots of copper and just all kinds of goodies up there. So that is how my kitchen is all dressed up for fall. These rugs were sent to me by a sweet friend last year, and I'm loving them. I bring them out for the fall. They need to be washed. They're dirty, but anyway, you get the idea. This house is very much lived in. So here we have the hall, all decorated for fall. I have my beautiful picture that I love so much. It brings me so much joy. I thrifted that. Pretty much everything is thrifted, as you can tell. But I just have this decorated like this with some vintage books. That is pheasant salt and pepper shakers, but I love them over here. And this is how I have this wall looking for fall. I did change out my rug, and then I have this cute little chair with this basket full of pumpkins. And I love, that is actually an old dress that I got from an estate sale, and I loved the fabric for fall. So I just draped it over the back, and I love the way that looks. And then over here, I just have a bunch of little goodies. I didn't really change a lot out necessarily for fall. I tried to kind of decorate with things that I already have and just added in a few bits and pieces that could represent fall, such as this dolly, a pumpkin, leaves candle. I have like this gold dolly here, which kind of mimics the gold in the lampshade. I did put that picture up there. Then I have, you know, this gold pillow. And I love this runner made out of dollies. I love that. And then the biggest thing is this beautiful arrangement at the end of the hall. A lot of those are thrifted florals. Those hydrangeas are thrifted. And then the rest were Hobby Lobby florals that I got last year, with the exception of the berries. These were purchased this year, but everything else was what I already had. And I put it in my copper champagne urn, and I love it. It is definitely a statement piece. Then over here, I have this cute little frame that I put a pheasant picture in, and that's pretty much the same. And then we'll go into the guest bathroom in just a moment. But before we do that, this is my little secretary. I just put a beautiful fern in that champagne urn. And really, I didn't do a whole lot to change out much. I did put this fall painting that my mother painted. I added a little turkey. And that's pretty much all I did, like, for fall. So that's what that looks like. Now into the guest bath. So in here, what I did was this cute little potty chair. I just have a basket with a fall arrangement and a pumpkin. I love that little potty chair. And then above it, I have an old window frame that come out of my great-grandmother's home that she grew up in. It's over 100 years old, and I love it. And then I just hung this turkey piece. They're both thrifted, but they were thrifted separate. This is like a piece of cardboard, and then I just framed it, and I love it. And then behind the door, I didn't do anything any different, except I just put this green sunflower in that basket. Everything else stays the same. But this is what this part looks like. And now behind me, I have just some fall florals. I did kind of decorate this shelf. This is a recent ironstone thrifted find. And I just put that little vignette together. I didn't change anything there. Nor did I change anything there. It already just kind of stays like that. So I like when I can kind of just leave my everyday decor and scatter in bits and pieces of the seasonal decor. Makes it a lot easier to decorate and a lot easier to undecorate. Over here, all I did was add a fall candle. Added a little bit of fall greenery to that little vignette. Of course, a cute little fall towel. And I did hang up that plate for fall. But other than that, this is like my everyday decor in here. And I love it. I love the birds. So it just kind of stays like that all year with just little bits and pieces of fall sprinkled in. I do get questions about the wood piece over the showers. We DIY'd that. I do have a video, I'll link it down below, showing how we did that. The water does not come get to it. It does not damage it in any way. It's been like this. We have it in this bathroom and the master. The master gets used all the time, and we've had no issues with it. Shower curtain is thrifted. I get that question a lot. I love that shower curtain. It's just like perfect for in here. And then James did build me that shelf over the toilet, and he built the matching, hold on. He built the matching little shelf for the towel holder, so they coordinate, and I love them. And so here is the back porch. Don't mind the dogs barking. This is how I have it all styled for fall. I did add this pillow. I just think it looks so good out here. And none of my lanterns are on. I shared what it looks like at night, but I'll share it in the night home tour. But I'm loving this. Now that watering can, I actually use it, so that's why there's no flowers in it. But yeah, I love being out here at night, especially when all the lights are on. So this is how it looks for fall.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth.